did you say? You have one lens only, you're in the right place. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today we are at the Olympic Village and we will talk about the Leica Q2. I had the chance to use it for a couple of years now and I still didn't get whether it's better as a mirrorless or as a rangefinder. It also is the interpretation of Leica of a point and shoot. So let's see together what are these different approaches to photography that you can use when shooting with the Leica Q2. It really takes the best of the two worlds. It's a mirrorless. It's 100% a mirrorless, so you will be comfortable in having all the commands for manual shooting like the shutter speed, the f aperture, and also the focusing ring is very well built. So let's assume that you come from the DSLR world. You will just switch it on, choose your shutter speed, choose the f aperture, choose the ISO, and the focusing metering that you want to have. Do you want to have a single point focusing, a field focusing, a point and shoot focusing? You can actually touch with your finger and shoot on the screen. It will move the focusing point on the screen and it will release the shutter when you touch it, or eventually you can even shoot with zone focusing. But what it is really interesting here, and please bear with me because this camera doesn't have an HDMI port, so I cannot show you what I will see in the electronic viewfinder. I will have to show you the rear screen. The good thing is that if you want, you can use it as a rangefinder. This is because the big sensor this camera has, which is 47 megapixel, allows you to choose a crop with 35, 50 or eventually 75 millimeters. When you choose one of these three crops, you will see the framing lines in the viewfinder or in the rear screen. Here I'm showing you the framing lines with 50 millimeter crop. What is so good about it? I don't know if you're familiar with the rangefinder shooting, but when you have the framing lines drawn within the viewfinder, you will see exactly your frame, but you see also outside of your frame, meaning that you will see people entering the framing and exiting. While with the DSLR, you will have to take the camera away from your eyes, check the perimeter, check what's going on outside your framing, and then framing, and you will be able to shoot. While with the rangefinder, this is very helpful because you will be ready the very moment that that person, that object, your main hero enters your frame. You already know it is entering and you're ready to push the shutter button. Now, I know that the M users are laughing because they're used to have such a beautiful machine in their hands and shoot amazing pictures with the best resolution and definition available on the market. But with the Q2, you will have the best of the rangefinder world and of the mirrorless cameras world together in the same camera. What are the big advantages of shooting with a rangefinder? Of course, the definition and the quality of the image. And here you're having a Leica lens and the Leica sensor. So that's ticked. What are the advantages of a mirrorless camera? That you have the autofocus, which is really helpful, and if it's well done, like in this case, will allow you to shoot quicker. You don't have to set up the focusing, you don't have to take care of many details that with a fully manual rangefinder you will have to. So why this is good? Because you have the advantages of both a rangefinder and a mirrorless camera within the same body. You have a Leica lens, you have a Leica sensor that will allow you to crop, you will have the framing lines when you are cropping, and also you have the autofocus that is really good and comes from the mirrorless world. So with this camera, Leica put together the best of the M series and of the SL series in a small body. And let's see together now how it is, what does it mean to shoot in a rangefinder mode. Bear with me because I don't have the HDMI port, so I need to record the rear screen to show you. We will start with a 35mm crop, but just to show you even better, I'm now switching to a 50mm crop, so that the difference of the frame within the rest of the screen is more evident. Also, this would be no award-winning picture, it's just for the purposes of showing you. So this is not street photography, I'm just showing you how it works. You see people entering the frame and you are ready to shoot, or exiting the frame and you're ready to shoot. You can reframe and get ready for them to enter, and these things can be done while you are looking into your EVF in the camera. If you're using the real screen, of course, you can also point and shoot. So this is a third aspect of the camera, which is a rangefinder, a mirrorless, and a point and shoot within the same body. Photojournalists all around the world were using a rangefinder camera because it was lighter compared to an SLR, smaller lenses, better definition, and easier to use. You just need to choose your distance with zone focusing, bam! We will have a dedicated session about zone focusing. Now, I know that you're all after the most recent Sony camera with autofocusing, eye tracking, zillion frames per second, but trust me, you don't need it. You don't need to spend that much money, and you don't need that expensive and heavy gear. A small camera, lightweight, ready to go. If you know how to use it, you will have amazing results. Just go out and practice, because practice will make you perfect. If you got any value out of this video, please remember to like it, subscribe to the channel, share it if you want, and I guess I will see you later. Bye.